You wake up tired, even though you slept the whole night. You feel heavy, anxious, disconnected from Allah. Your prayers feel blocked. People turn against you without reason, and deep down, something doesn't feel right. But you don't know what it is. Let me tell you something. Most people won't. Sometimes what you're going through isn't emotional, it's spiritual. And yes, witchcraft is real. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam faced it, and so do many believers today. But the signs aren't always obvious. Sihr works in the shadows. It confuses you, isolates you, and eats away at your peace until you start thinking you're the problem. In this video, I'll show you 5 signs that someone may be doing witchcraft on you based on real experiences and Islamic truth. And more importantly, how to break free from it. Before we begin, comment below if you've ever felt like something unseen was affecting your life. You're not alone. Let's start. Sign number 1. Sudden, unexplained changes in your personality or emotions. One of the first signs that someone may be doing witchcraft on you is that you start feeling like a stranger to yourself. You were once calm, emotionally balanced, connected to your faith, and suddenly, you're not. You wake up irritated for no reason. You snap at people you love. Your heart feels heavy, like something's sitting on your chest. And worst of all, you don't even know why. And it's not just sadness or stress, it's a deeper confusion. One day you feel normal, the next you're drowning in fear, anxiety, or guilt, and you can't trace it back to anything. That's because Sihr attacks the heart and mind first. It clouds your thoughts, it stirs emotions that aren't yours, and it makes you think the problem is you, when in reality, something unseen is trying to control the way you feel. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself experienced Sihr so severe that he began forgetting things and feeling disturbed, even though he was sinless. So what about us? If you've ever felt emotionally hijacked, like you're losing control of your own self, and nothing worldly can explain it, don't brush it off. This isn't paranoia, this is real, and sometimes it's not a bad mood, it's a spiritual attack. But here's the good news, Allah has given you protection, and Sihr may be powerful, but nothing is more powerful than the one who created you. Sign number 2. Sudden, inexplicable conflict between you and a loved one. You were fine, you were close, you trusted each other, you laughed, you cared, and then suddenly something changed. Maybe it was your spouse, your sibling, or even your parent. But out of nowhere, arguments started over the smallest things. The tone changed, the respect vanished, the warmth turned cold, and you kept thinking, what happened? Why are we like this? It's not normal disagreement, it's deeper. A strange distance, a tension in the air. You try to fix it, but every conversation turns into a fight. You make dua, but things get worse. And worst of all, you don't even know why. This is one of the most dangerous and common types of Sihr, Sihr al-Tafriq, witchcraft done to break bonds between people. Yes, it's real. And yes, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned us about it. In fact, in the Quran, Allah mentions that magicians at the time of Prophet Sulaiman used this evil to separate husband and wife. Surah Al-Baqarah 102. They learn from them that by which they cause separation between a man and his wife. But it's not just about marriage. Sihr can poison the hearts of siblings, break lifelong friendships, turn a peaceful home into a battlefield without a clear cause. So if you're experiencing this, if you and someone you love suddenly feel distant, cold, or constantly at war, and nothing seems to work, it's time to consider that this may not be just emotions. It could be something unseen. And remember, witchcraft is real, but so is the Quran, and the one who reveals the cure is always greater than the one who caused the harm. Sign number 3. constant blockage in marriage proposals or relationships. This one is more common than people think, and it's one of the hardest to deal with because it's so personal. You get a good proposal, things move forward, families talk, hopes start to rise, and then suddenly everything collapses. No explanation, no logical reason, just confusion, silence, or rejection. It happens once, then again, and over time you start to question yourself. Am I not good enough? Is something wrong with me? You start doubting your worth, your character, your future. But here's the thing most people miss. When this happens repeatedly, especially without any real cause, it's not always just bad luck. Sometimes it's a spiritual attack. There is a type of Sihr, witchcraft, that is specifically done to block marriage. Yes, it's real. The goal is to delay, destroy, or completely prevent someone from getting married, often out of jealous, revenge, or sheer evil. And the worst part is, it doesn't just block proposals, it blocks your peace, it plays with your confidence, it makes you feel hopeless. It turns the idea of marriage into something painful and draining when it should be something pure and hopeful. You may notice things like a good proposal suddenly disappearing without reason, every relationship ending the moment it gets serious, you or the other person feeling off out of nowhere, repeated patterns of rejection or unexplained negativity from families. And here's what hurts the most. The people around you don't see it. They just say, be patient. Maybe it wasn't meant for you. And yes, sometimes that's true. But when it keeps happening over and over again, to the point that it makes no sense, you have to consider that something unseen may be interfering. So, many good sisters and brothers are stuck in this cycle right now, not because they're lacking, not because they're not trying, but because someone somewhere did something out of envy or hatred, and now they're suffering in silence. But remember this, witchcraft may close doors, but it can't lock what Allah has already written for you. Your marriage, your future, your happiness, it's not in the hands of anyone but Him. So, if you're facing this kind of blockage, don't lose hope. Start your healing, protect yourself, and turn back to the one who controls every heart. Because when Allah decides to open a door, nothing and no one can close it. Sign number 4. The blessings in your life start turning into burdens. You used to be grateful. You used to smile when you got something. You made dua for that new job. You were excited at first. That house, it felt like a dream. That friend or opportunity, it seemed like a door Allah opened for you. But then something shifted. That job became a source of stress and humiliation. That home started feeling heavy, filled with arguments, breakdowns, or constant repairs. That friend, you don't even know who they are anymore. And you start thinking, did I make a mistake? Was I ungrateful, or is something else going on? This is where Sihr gets terrifyingly real, because one of the signs of spiritual harm, especially when it comes from jealousy or evil intentions, is that your blessings slowly get poisoned, not physically but emotionally, spiritually, internally. What you once loved becomes a weight. What gave you peace now gives you anxiety. What made you feel alive now leaves you empty. And here's what makes it worse. You don't even know why. There's no clear reason, no obvious cause, just a slow, painful decline, until the very things you were grateful for start breaking you down. This is not just coincidence. In many real Ruqyah cases, this is exactly how Sihr manifests. The Sihr isn't meant to destroy what you have overnight. It's meant to turn Allah's blessings into burdens, so that you lose hope, fall into depression, and eventually become disconnected from the very source of those blessings, your faith. But here's the truth. What comes from Allah remains beautiful, no matter what the world throws at it. And if something is being spoiled, poisoned, twisted, then maybe it's time to ask, is someone trying to interfere with what Allah gave me? Because if you've been feeling this way, like your life is turning dark despite having what you once prayed for, then don't ignore it. That sadness you can't explain might not be weakness, it might be an attack. And the solution is not to give up your blessings, it's to protect them. Sign number 5. You've tried everything, but nothing works. This one hits different, because it's where most people quietly break. You've made dua, you've listened to Ruqyah, you've read Quran, you've talked to scholars, you've done everything you were told, and still, that pain won't leave. That confusion keeps coming back. That darkness sits on your chest, like a weight no one else can see. You start asking yourself the questions you don't want to say out loud. Am I cursed? Did I do something wrong? Why is Allah not helping me? But here's the truth that most people forget in their lowest moments. Allah is always helping you. Even when you feel like you're drowning, even when every solution fails, even when the people around you blame you or tell you to move on or think you're imagining it, Allah sees it all. Maybe you're not being punished. Maybe you're being protected. Maybe this delay, this test, this silence is a sign that Allah wants you to rely only on Him. Not on methods, not on people, not even on Ruqyah, but on Him alone. The Prophet ﷺ was attacked with Sihr, and he didn't blame himself. He didn't fall into paranoia. He turned to Allah, he recited the Quran, and he placed his full trust in the one who never fails, his servant. So, if you've done everything and nothing's working, don't give up. Because healing doesn't come when the Ruqyah is perfect. It comes when your tawakkul is pure, when your tears are honest, and when your heart lets go of every other rope and holds on to Allah alone. That's not weakness. That's the beginning of freedom. My dear brothers and sisters, if any of these signs felt like your reality, you are not alone. You're not weak. You're not cursed. You're not forgotten. You are simply being tested, and every test is a call from Allah to return to Him completely. Because Sihr is real, jealousy is real, the evil eye is real, but none of them are greater than the words of Allah. So, what can you do? Start with Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas, the same surahs Allah revealed to protect the Prophet, peace be upon him, himself from witchcraft. Recite them morning and evening, blow them over yourself, and trust that they are stronger than anything created. Add Ayatul Kursi, the most powerful verse in the Quran, for protection. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, whoever recites it after every salah is protected from shaitan until the next prayer. And don't forget the last 2 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah. They are a shield that protects your home and heart. Even if you feel broken, even if you feel nothing, keep going, keep reciting, keep turning to Allah, because this battle is not just against Sihr, it's a battle for your faith, your peace, your soul. And you don't need to run from person to person searching for a cure. Your cure is already with you. It's in your salah, it's in your dhikr, it's in your tears in sujood, and most of all, it's in your belief that Allah is enough. So, if this message touched your heart, comment this short dua below. Ya Allah, protect me from all evil, seen and unseen, and give me peace that only comes from you. Your comment might be the reminder someone else needed to read tonight. And before you go, click the like button. If this helped you, it costs you nothing, but it spreads awareness and helps others find hope. And if you're not subscribed, join us, because this isn't just content. This is healing, this is truth, this is a path back to Allah. May Allah protect you, heal you, and surround your life with blessings. Ameen. Until next time, stay patient, stay connected, and never stop calling upon the one who never ignores a sincere heart.